Baby, we have a lot to discuss. Baby, we got a lot to talk about, Black people. What's going on, YouTube? It's your girl, Monique Nicole, and I am back with another video. Before we dive in, if you are new to my channel, please make sure you are subscribed. Seriously, click that subscribe button down below. It really helps support your girl. I want to grow my channel and reach a broader audience. So please subscribe, like my video. It really goes a long way. So today we are going to get into some things, and child, it is now going to be coined the slap heard around the world. Of course, I am talking about Will Smith and Chris Rock at the Oscars 2022. I'm not even about to do a play-by-play what happened. We all know what happened. This has become, in less than 24 hours, this has become a huge topic worldwide. I have my cousins from the UK messaging me about this shit and like, was this a stunt? In less than 24 hours, the internet is pretty much divided on this topic. You have a group of people, half of us over here like myself, that absolutely do not condone what Will Smith did, that absolutely feel like he crossed the line and it was not warranted. And then there's other people who are praising him for what he did and feeling like he was justified in that. Now, let me just preface this with a couple things. For those who know me and are very close to me, I'm not talking about acquaintances, people who are very close to me know or should know that for the most part, I am a person that typically I can see both sides on a situation. Honestly, that's just how I am. It's not that I don't have a strong stance on something. It's just there are situations that occur and I feel like both parties have a valid point, or there's validity on both ends. I usually, for the most part, can see both sides of a situation and see both sides of the coin. This is not one of those situations. This is one thing that I really have a firm, ironclad grip on. I'm gonna preface this with a couple things. And I kind of got this idea from Funky Dineva. He's a big YouTuber, multimedia personality, someone that I follow for years. And we honestly have a lot of the similar ideologies on things for the most part. So I'm gonna preface this with a couple things. I would hope, I'm gonna say this, I would hope that most of us can at least, at the bare minimum, can at least agree that what Will Smith did, like, we can at least agree that that shit's not normal. That is not normal. It is not professional. It breaks code of conduct. It breaks protocol to, in the words of Funky Dineva, sashay your ass. I say, sashay your black ass from your seat and go on that stage on national television to hit another person, let alone another black man, on national television, and then take your ass back to your seat and then proceed to curse and yell at him from the crowd. We should be able to agree that that was a lot, and that was far-fetched, and that was not normal behavior, and it was not acceptable behavior. We should, if you are a reasonable person, you should be able to understand that. And see, that's the issue that I have. Because I feel like a lot of black people, I'm gonna say right now, this one, we might not agree. We might not agree on this one, and that's okay. But I want us to let's open up our mind, let's open up our lens. I feel like a lot of people, this is a convoluted, multi-layered, complex situation. There are so many factors into this thing. And what's bothering me is that a lot of people are just having a very small lens and are just like, he was right, he protected his wife, yeah, y'all need to leave him alone. It is so much bigger than that. It is so much bigger than that. And there's so many layers to it. So many layers to it. And I have a lot of thoughts. I really should have taken notes. Trying to think of where I want to start because this is just so multi-layered. I want to say this, and if you follow me on social media, you've seen some of my posts on my IG story, so you know my stance on it. I think it's very funny. I think it's very funny that Black people, herds of Black people are on the internet talking about, see, y'all need to leave him alone. Y'all need to leave him alone. Stop picking on him. See, he's trying to defend his wife. A person can only take so much. He's been provoked. Who was doing the provoking? Who was doing it? Black people, us, we're to blame. We are to blame. Now, if you, specifically you, are one of the few individuals that were not making fun of him, kudos. I'm not speaking to you. I'm speaking to the majority of the Black community that has relished and enjoyed making fun of Will and Jada Smith for years, but especially the last 3 years with the whole entanglement thing with August Alsina. I'm talking to you. We have been the ones taunting them. We have been the ones making fun of them on the internet and making memes and jokes and this and that. We're the ones that bring it up on red carpet when we talk to them. We're the ones that brought it up on award shows as a joke. We're the ones doing that shit. So I find it very hypocritical that the same people who are trying to say all of that are the same ones that we're the ones throwing the tomatoes. So I'm not getting that. You know, I have a big issue with people trying to justify and say that what Will Smith did was right. Will Smith violated all types of things. Code of conduct, protocol, professionalism. I don't give a rat ass what y'all say. He was out of line. The magnitude of what he did is so severe. It's so severe. And I want y'all to understand something. Had that been any other Black celebrity, so let me say this. Will and Jada are a part of the few bunch of Black people in Hollywood that are almost like untouchable. They are like the Black Hollywood royalty. And those people, it's a small bunch, it's a small group, but those people have been in Hollywood for a long time, know a lot of people in the business, have a lot of connections, and are the small few of Black people that can get away with shit. And I'm gonna tell you who's in that group. Will and Jada, Oprah, Tyler Perry, Denzel Washington. There's a couple others, maybe a Diddy because he's really crossed over with white people a lot. There's a few others that I'm not thinking of, but those people I just mentioned are for sure in that category. Please understand, had that been any other Black male celebrity that is not necessarily on that caliber or not in that group of people that get a pass in Hollywood, they would have been escorted out. I'm willing to put money on it. Had that been anybody else outside of that special group, they would have been escorted out. In no way in hell would they have been able to sit their asses down back in their seat and enjoy the rest of the show. Ain't no motherfucking way. I can put money on that, and I'm telling you. My other theory, I can promise you this. Had Chris Rock been had he been a white comedian, a white male comedian, I'm willing to bet some big bucks that Will Smith would have sat his black ass in his seat and he would not have gotten up. He would not have gotten up and done that if that was a white man. What he would have done is, what he should have done with Chris Rock, he would have checked him and handled it backstage, at the after party, elsewhere. Now, I will say this before y'all click off this video. I will say that Will Smith is 100% justified in how he felt. I'm gonna say that again. Will Smith was 100% justified in how he felt. So his emotions, him feeling offended, him feeling bothered, and looking at his wife and seeing that she was hurt and bothered, 100% justified in that feeling that he was feeling. He is not justified for sashaying his ass on that motherfucking stage on live television at an award show and physically assaulting someone off of a joke. He is not justified. And black people, stop doing that fuck shit. Stop being two-faced. Stop promoting violence and trying to normalize this shit. We ain't talking about Pookie and them down the street. This is some big shit. You don't do no fuck shit like that, because you wouldn't do that shit at your motherfucking job, would you? If you had a problem with a coworker and you was about to fight, you wouldn't do it inside your job. You would meet me outside or meet me up the street. You wouldn't have, right? You'd have enough sense to fucking do that. This ain't no ghetto hood rat shit. What? And another thing. I'm a day one Jada Pinkett fan and Will Smith fan, to be honest. I don't care. Call me ignorant, call me whatever. I, along with a lot of other people, whether they want to admit it or not, some people have admitted it, but anyways, I did not know that she was battling and dealing with alopecia. Alopecia is, I don't know, listen, I'm no longer in the medical field, so I don't know all the fancy terms, but I'll just say it's basically an illness where your hair falls out. I think it attacks your immune system. I don't know, it's something of that sort, but basically alopecia, your hair falls out. A lot of times it starts in patches. A lot of patches will start missing, and some people ultimately go bald. Some don't, some just have patches. And I completely sympathize with Jada Pinkett Smith. I completely sympathize with her. But there is a huge chance that Chris Rock did not know that she had alopecia. You can't assume that he knew. You can't assume. And I don't give a hot damn if she said it in a People magazine, if she said it on Red Table Talk, or if she said it in an Instagram post. Whoops, I missed it, along with 11 other people. Stop. And I need y'all to know about celebrities. Celebrities, I feel like we as the public just think that certain people just know each other and are best friends. There was one celebrity that said this a while back in an interview, and I can't remember who it was. It was an OG in the game. They were like, we don't all know each other. Like, they said it. They were like, I think the public just thinks that celebrities we all hang out and we all know each other and we all run. No. Aside from the celebrities that you know are actually friends with so-and-so and really be kicking it with them, they don't be knowing each other like that and knowing their fucking business. Yeah, they might go to the same parties and they may have a couple mutual friends, but they don't all know each other. Now, of course, Will and Jada know each other. But my point is, we can't say and assume that Chris Rock knew for sure that Jada had alopecia. Because half of y'all motherfuckers in the comment section didn't know she had alopecia. Let's keep it a buck. A lot of y'all didn't know that she even had alopecia. So cut the bullshit. If he did not know about her health condition, then this is seriously a misunderstanding, and it was sincerely an innocent, funny joke. It's an easy read. Oh, you have a bald head. G.I. Jane sequel. Ha ha. It's not that cutthroat. He didn't fucking say, listen, we've all heard some other jokes that have been said, and we've all laughed at, well, not all, but some of us have laughed at them. If that man did not know that she had alopecia, it was seriously an innocent, meaningless joke to him. If you're on the other receiving end of that and you don't know about the medical condition, it's an easy read. It's an easy, playful read. So, come on. And another thing. I need y'all to understand. Will Smith is going through a lot right now, I think, in his life. From what I've gotten from him through interviews, his book that just came out, like, he's still battling a lot of trauma. And I can understand that, and I can relate to it, and I can empathize with it. He's had issues and insecurities before his marriage and during his marriage, okay? This is the same man that sat down with Oprah and spoke about his childhood and how he was in an abusive home and how his father used to beat his mother and how he carried guilt for the rest of his life because he felt like he did not properly stand up for his mother and defend her. This is the same man that was on the Breakfast Club 2 years ago and told them that when Tupac was alive, he was so insecure and intimidated by him, he couldn't even walk up to the brother and shake his hand because he was intimidated by how close he and Jada were. This is the same man that is probably humiliated and embarrassed by this entire entanglement situation with August Alsina. This is a man who had to watch his wife go be with another man. Now, don't get me wrong, Will Smith wasn't innocent. He was doing his little thing too on the side. But my point is, Will is at a point in his life where he is trying to erase this like perfection and squeaky clean image that's been placed on him by the public in society. I get that. I understand that you feel like you've been punked out. So now you feel like you gotta prove yourself. You gotta prove yourself. You wanna be a certain way for your wife. And so, you know, she doesn't have a wandering eye. And you wanna protect her, as you fucking should. As you should. You should protect her. But that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. And that is my issue with Black Twitter and a lot of Black people on social media right now. Now, there is a group of us that agree with me and feel like that was dead ass wrong, that was unprofessional, that was uncalled for. It could have been handled a million different ways besides that. But a lot of you guys are condoning it. And I'm flabbergasted. And I really am like, I'm not trying to be insulting because again, I'm usually a person that can see multiple sides, but this ain't one of them, boo. This is not one of those times where I can just see everybody's side. I can't because a lot of you guys can't even admit on a basic level that what he did was wrong and not normal. It's not normal. Y'all motherfuckers went ham on Kanye West years ago for what he did at the award show with Taylor Swift. When he got on that stage and did what he did on the award show with Taylor Swift. Do y'all remember how big of a deal that was? That made international news, national news. That was on every talk show, radio station, what have you. Everybody. CNN, Fox, everybody. The fucking president, Barack Obama, was caught on a hot mic at the time. This is 2009, and said, oh wow, Kanye's a fucking asshole, or whatever he said. Asshole, idiot, moron, whatever the word he used. That was major. Do you understand? I just don't think a lot of y'all understand the magnitude of what Will Smith did. Now, what the fuck if Chris Rock hit that motherfucker back? They would have been scrabbling on the fucking stage. And not for nothing. Not for nothing. This is a very important point. When the dust settles, and I think he's already starting to regret it, but when the dust truly settles, Will Smith is going to regret this moment for multiple reasons. And it's not even because, oh, he feels bad for Chris Rock. Will Smith. Seriously, Simba? My damn cat. Will Smith pretty much took the moment away from not only himself, but everybody else. Let me start with Will Smith. For the rest of his life, he's gonna be known for winning the Oscar simultaneously, whatever, the same night as he punched somebody in the face. Will Smith has been in the industry for 30 years. For 30 years, he's been in this entertainment business. For 30 years. And he finally won an Oscar. Truth be told, he should have won an Oscar when he did the movie Ali, when he played Muhammad Ali. That, he got snubbed. And that was 20 years ago. But anyway, Will Smith, who I just love and respect so much. I love that brother, but he fucked up. 30 years in the industry, working your ass off, dealing with all types of trials and tribulations, and you get an Oscar. For the rest of his life, he's never going to be able to truly bask in just, he won an Oscar, let's celebrate him for all his hard work. And it is forever going to be tied to, oh, that was the year that Will Smith punched Chris Rock in the face. Oh, that was the year. Anybody who is serious about the work that they do and the craft that they do, I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Deep down in his soul, I know that's gonna bother him. I know that's gonna bother him, because when you work that hard, in that industry, and you finally get that achievement and you get that award, for it to now be dumbed down and have to be associated with such a stupid scandal, he's better than that. He's better than that. He's better than that. And I don't want to hear the bullshit about, oh, he's human. Da, da, da. I get that. He's human. Boy, ignore him. He's human. And in real life, you suffer fucking consequences for your human acts, whether good or bad. Let me tell y'all something. All you knucklehead, let me not say that, because I have some friends that disagree with me, and I'm not trying to call my friends knuckleheads. All you people on the internet, including some of these celebrities who I am really disappointed in, because celebrity to celebrity, you should know the magnitude of what he did and the consequences, and just the people on the internet, the celebrities on the internet saying he was right in what he did, and this, that, and he protected his wife, and that's what you're supposed to do, and da. I want you to fucking understand something. I'm gonna say it again. Will Smith has a privilege. He's one of the few black men in Hollywood that have this privilege. Only a few. He has a privilege. I'm gonna say it again. If that was, oh my God. Simba, you are psychotic. You are showing out on this fucking camera. Please ignore him, y'all. I'm really embarrassed. Well, Will Smith has a privilege, okay? A privilege that only a few black men in Hollywood have, okay? If that was any other person outside of that bubble of people that I said, they would have been escorted out. There would have been fines. ABC might still find their asses. They still might find them for what the fuck, because they broke all types of protocols. There's consequences for that. Someone has to pay for that. You got Soulja Boy. You got Nicki Minaj, who I love Nicki Minaj, but she's dead ass wrong for writing her fucking essay about protecting your wife. There are ways to do things. There are ways to do things. He crossed the line. There is no ifs, ands, buts about it. He crossed the line. There's a million other ways he could have handled it. Period. Yes, defend your wife. Yes, protect your wife. There's a way to do it. Not that way. Not that way. And that is out of everything I've said on this video, that is truly my point. There was a better way to do it. And there's no justifying what the fuck he did. He had every right to feel how he felt, but his act crossed the line. Just adding a few more things in here, y'all. I just think it's fucked up that everyone is just assuming that Chris Rock knew. Everyone is just assuming that he knew that Jada Pinkett had alopecia. Like, it's crazy to me how many people are not even giving benefit of the doubt. And these are the same people that I see in the comment sections on a regular basis talking cash money shit about a lot of stuff, being ignorant about a lot of stuff, being insensitive about a lot of stuff. I think it's amazing. You know, one thing black people, we got to really work on, and we're all guilty of it, including me. Black people, we like to cherry pick when it comes to things. It can become very hypocritical. We like to cherry pick when it's okay and it's not okay for someone to do something. Oh, so-and-so did it. We'll give them a pass. We cherry pick in a lot of situations. We let a lot of shit go. We cherry pick, and it's not right. I don't think it's fair at all. I'm like, since when did y'all start hating Chris Rock? Since when did y'all start hating Chris Rock? Y'all really, since when did y'all start hating Chris Rock? That's news to me. But I find it sad that no one is giving him benefit of the doubt, and everyone is just so convicted in knowing that he was aware of Jada's alopecia diagnosis. How do you know that he knew that? How do you know that he knew? Did you? And seriously, ask yourself this, and don't lie. Be real with yourself. Did you know that she had alopecia? And let's keep it a buck. While I understand, of course, a scandal is always going to get more publicity than anything else, Jada Pinkett having alopecia was not a focal point in the same magnitude, not even close to the same magnitude as the entanglement situation and whatnot. So I just find it weird that everyone is having so much conviction and on social media in these comment sections, and just like, you guys just know in your soul that Chris Rock did that joke with ill intent. I just think it's weird that no one's giving him benefit of the doubt. Chris Rock, another legend in the industry. I find it very weird. Did someone check on him? How is he doing mentally? How do we not know that he is not suffering and he is not full of embarrassment and he's not, how do we know what his mental state is? Since y'all like to fake advocate for mental health so much, how do we know how he's doing up here? Because again, if it comes out, if he ever admits that he knew about her having alopecia and he still chose to do that joke, I will make a video and I will recant some of my statements, not all, some of them, because no matter what, I still stand behind the fact that Will Smith did not react appropriately. I think what he felt, his feelings were validated, but his actions were not. And that's never gonna change. That's never gonna change. You gotta understand the magnitude of what the fuck he just did. I'm shocked how so many people are applauding him. It's really shocking. It's very shocking. And again, I'm gonna say this again. Had it been a white comedian, Will Smith would have sat his ass in his seat and he would have ate it. He would have ate it and he would have sat there. He would have addressed it later, backstage, at the after party. But he wouldn't have got up there and punched no white man. I promise you that. He wouldn't have done that shit. He felt comfortable because it was a black man and because it was Chris Rock. And now, if Jada and Will have some pent up animosity with Chris Rock, there's a different way to handle it. Because I was reminded that, in 2016 when Chris Rock hosted, this is the same year that Jada and Will did the whole boycott the Oscars and Oscars so white and this, which people had a lot of critiques. Black people had a lot to say about that, critically. But Chris Rock in his opening speech, he took some shots at Jada. Joking, but he took some shots at her. So if y'all are upset about that, handle that differently. You don't get on stage on national television at an award show and punch somebody in the face because of a joke that they made. Does that now give everyone the right to do that shit when it happens to them? Is that what we're saying? And the celebrities that are sitting up here and posting and co-signing, you guys are doing a great disservice. You guys are playing a very dangerous game. Because I feel like, again, celebrity to a celebrity, you know the magnitude of what he did and you know the fucking fallout. Why would you promote that? That is not how you handle no shit. Not on that platform, not on that stage, not at that level. That is not what the fuck you do. Now, if you want to be a ghetto ass Soulja Boy or the baby, go right ahead and sure. But people of that caliber, you don't do no fuck shit like that. You don't do that. And it's not accepted. It's not accepted. Y'all can try that shit if you want to, and we're going to see what happens. But like I said earlier, Will Smith has pull in the industry. That's the only reason why we're seeing the media, even white media, we're seeing it being kind of handled with kitty gloves, like a tap on the wrist. Will Smith should be ashamed of himself that he let his anger, his frustrations, his insecurities get the best of him and on that level. He should be ashamed that now, anytime his Oscar award is brought up in conversation, it is always going to be tied and linked to a scandal in which he caused. It is never going to be Will Smith, oh my God, finally won an Oscar. All his hard work. Praise him, praise him. It is now forever going to be, oh, the year when Will Smith won an Oscar and when he punched Chris Rock in the face. And not for nothing, that took away from other people too. That completely took away from Will Packer. The first time where a black man has been in charge of production and producing the Oscars. First time in history. Will Packer worked his ass off to get that. And instead of it being about him as well and him getting some love and shine, that is now taken away. And not for nothing. And I don't care what y'all saying. No, life is not about pleasing white people. But you know the code. So don't miss me with that bullshit. You know the fucking code. We finally get the opportunity to run something like this to this magnitude, at this level, of this caliber, and we fuck it up. And we fuck it up and show our asses. We get the opportunity and we fuck it up. That also stained Will Packer, because now for him, it's for his legacy. It's never just gonna be, oh my God, the year that Will Packer was in charge of producing the Oscars, woo! It's never gonna be that. It is now forever going to be, oh, the year that Will Packer produced the Oscars and Will Smith punched Chris Rock. Like, it's always going to be that. So in him doing that, he affected himself. He affected other people too. And let's just say Will Smith is very lucky. He's privileged and he's one of the lucky ones in Hollywood, because had this been anyone else outside of that lucky bunch, it would have been different. And again, I feel like if it was a white man, he would have never done that. He would have never done that. He knew better. Those are my thoughts. You guys let me know what you think. Listen, even if it's different than my opinion, I still want to hear what you're saying. I just ask that you be a little reasonable. Even if your opinion differs from mine, just be fair. And at least at a basic level, admit that Will Smith overreacted and that was inappropriate what he did. You have to at least be able to admit that. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.